Apologies in advance, everybody. I'm Tony.
And I'm Tyler.
And we're here with good old Agrabah.
Good old Aldini. I love Tim Aldini. He's a good man.
Oh, did I get a better keyblade from there? No, of course I fucking didn't. Why would I get anything? Why would I have hope? Whoa, buddy. You are haunting.
Why is he staring into your navel, like, deeply into your navel?
Your eyes look a little dry there. Oh shit, yeah, you're in the shopkeep here. Hey you, have my, nothing actually, there's nothing I really want to sell to you. Oh shit, I have defense ups I can use. Defense up, me. So I stop dying like a bitch. Or wait, I just helped the fucking thing. Yeah. The carpet. Did I free the carpet?
I don't think you did. I think we literally got here and then you saved and quit.
Okay.
It's like this was the last thing.
Oh no! These annoying ass sword motherfuckers.
You know, I will say though, I do enjoy me a good scimitar in most video games.
I mean, yeah. Their design's great, they're just a pain in the ass to fight.
Yeah.
They like to block. With a fat ass sword.
Hit him with your sword.
All I got is a big fucking key.
Hit him with your sword.
I don't got a sword. I got a bonking stick. Don't worry, I got a license for it.
Don't worry, I've got a good license for it.
Jasmine, you suck at hiding. Did you see the gap between those boxes? Like,
you're pretty obvious there, lady.
He gained evil powers and seized Agrabah. Well, there's a keyhole right above you that you're looking for.
A letter. Where might I find this street rat?
I don't buy that.
Jasmine, allow me to find you more suitable company, my dear prince.
I'm just glad they decided to animate your mouth properly this
These
time.
little rats won't do you.
Instead of just...
Jasmine, run!
Ah, the boy who holds the key.
Man, they made such a big deal out of Sora being a Keyblade user in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then just, well, anybody can, really.
If you're hanging around Sora and you meet Mickey, oh boy, you get a Keyblade.
Whether you want one or not.
Pretty much. I just want to chew bubble gum and play with the ball in the street. No, no, little German boy. You will wield the Keyblade too.
I'll bow to the Keyblade. You can't fight Disney? Oh.
Get down! You can't fight Disney. I can't. I can't do it.
Would.
That's my worst Mickey ever, and I usually can do an okay one. Damn.
It was more like Herbert the Pervert than it did Mickey.
Don't worry, Mickey. I got you. Even that's a bad Herbert for me too. I can't. I just can't do voices right now.
Wonder what that could be.
I don't know.
You couldn't be impaired or anything.
I've never been in my entire life. Not once.
Well, I mean, mentally impaired in general.
Why aren't you gonna go get that chest, little boy?
I can't get over there.
Can you not?
Oh,
I was gonna say, there's nothing stopping you.
my pride.
My brand.
It goes against my luxurious brand.
My Russell brand.
Not that, anything but that. And now the carpet? No?
I have no idea.
Ooh. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Do I just wander out into the desert? I'm pretty sure I have to take the carpet to the Cave of Wonders. Oh, okay. I wander out to the desert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did free it. Okay. I don't like the way that carpet's looking at me.
It's looking at me, really.
Whoa!
Really carpet-like.
Man, they animated some terrifying faces for Apu.
Oh no. This is a Disney property. That means that this is retroactively a Sarlacc pit.
Oh boy. Beautiful. Well, I mean, I suppose it takes thousands of years to digest the They're good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Sarlacc pits I'm thinking of that have a weird, almost time-bending property to their fucking digestion system.
All I know is that they'll eat you. And then there's like the moonworms, which are like
Genie, get rid of these guys.
apparently planet-sized Sarlacc pit monsters.
Wish number one coming right up.
But that also could be wrong. I could be misremembering that whole thing, and I apologize for the knuckle cracking right there.
See.
I didn't.
Sorry.
I absent-mindedly crack my fingers all day, so sometimes I kind of forget. A lot of people might think that's annoying.
Just paid a visit to the
I
Cave
think
of
you're
Wonders.
fine. They understand.
Found that
You
magic
apologize.
carpet.
It's all good.
And this
And look, it's the legendary
legend
Aladdin
has
and
it
his
that whoever
genie.
holds the lamp can
Not
save
voiced by the icon Robin Williams, but voiced by Homer fucking Simpson.
Genie of the lamp. Rub-a-dub-dub the lamp and have your dearest wishes granted. Today's winner is Aladdin. Congratulations.
God, he just sounds rushed.
Patience,
Yeah.
my fine feathered friend. Any 3 wishes. Oh, 1 wish, a 2
Give
wish,
me
a
3
3 wish.
wishes.
Then I make like a banana and
Donuts, donuts, and more
our lucky winner
donuts,
made
and
his
duff.
first wish.
Donuts,
Let me tell you what a doozy
beer,
that wish was. So he has 2
peace in the
left.
Middle East.
So, master, what'll you
What?
have for a wish?
I guess Homer is humanitarian.
He is.
How about making me a fabulously wealthy prince?
Whoa! Money, royalty.
How about giving you
Hey,
segmented
what
teeth?
did I do to that?
You just have one block
Okay,
of chalk
you
in your mouth,
asked for it.
Aladdin. It's fucking
100 servants and
terrifying.
100 camels loaded with gold. Just say the word and I'll deliver it in 30 minutes or
Though
less, or
I
you'll
don't know
be
how well
free.
that would go over,
Hey, I'll even throw
being
in a
that
cappuccino.
genie.
Thanks.
Okay.
Well, he ain't a genie. He's a
I
djinn.
think I'll put that on hold until we reach Agrabah.
He
Oh,
ain't-
dear.
He ain't a happy one either.
You see, there's this girl in Agrabah named Jasmine.
Yeah, and she's in trouble. She's being
She's a
chased around by this
princess.
creepy old dude wearing
She could
eyeliner.
never fall for a guy.
I don't know what's wrong with this guy. He's just
Oh, that's right. She's in
carrying
trouble.
around a scepter, wearing a
Come on, let's get
dress.
going.
He's got eyeliner on, but he's got an epic beard, and I gotta tell you, he's pretty damn creepy.
Pretty sure I got a manicure because his hands look more well kept than mine.
Ah,
Is he a hand model in his free time?
outdoors.
I guess you don't
Well,
get
yeah,
out much, huh?
it's a hand and foot
Comes
sort
with
of
a
thing.
job.
Oh, fuck.
Except for the
Cosmic
foot is
power,
Iago.
Itty bitty living space.
Oh
As
no.
always, 3 wishes.
I just
then
realized I
back
don't
to
think
my
Iago
old
was voiced in
home.
this game. They couldn't
I'm
get
lucky
the
to see
legend
the light of
himself.
day every
Final
century
credited
or
role
two.
as God, Gilbert Gottfried,
Say, Genie.
to reprise
What
his
if I
legendary
use
role
my
as
last
a
wish to
parrot.
I am very sad that Gilbert Godfrey is dead.
You do
But
that?
I will say I
Gee,
am
it's a
very
promise.
happy that his
After
last
Jack.
credited role is God.
Which, if you haven't seen Smiling Friends, people, go see Smiling Friends. It's fan-fucking-tastic.
And agree that Gilbert Godfrey is truly God.
See ya.
He's the one true Lord.
See ya. Deep freeze.
And I'm pretty sure, didn't I pick magic as my specialty?
See ya.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, and all I'm saying is that if I did, man, I'm fucking seeing it. I'm not feeling the love, Mr. Krabs.
I mean, I could do what we do in every one of our fucking episodes and look it up. But I ain't gonna sift through our video.
Our whole
Our
thing.
first video. It was probably the first, like, fucking 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
I just can't be bothered.
I don't think anyone else here is blaming you.
I don't really think anyone else but us really cares about what you took.
If you do, I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for being such a dedicated fan. For staying true to the lore as best as you can.
The deep lore.
The continuity. Yeah, there's nothing really. And don't worry, everyone. I'm going to remember to actually use dodge roll now. I mean, I still beat him, didn't I?
You did. You did, eventually.
Whoop.
Well, he's just gone all the way down.
Come on. Deep freeze.
You know, I will say,
Deep freeze.
I really do like the Fatman in this realm,
I know.
in this world.
Their redesign is fantastic.
Come on.
I know they didn't change the color scheme for these guys either.
No, I don't think they did.
Actually, I'm pretty sure for both the,
No, the original large bodies had purple coats instead of the like gold colors they have now. I think. Did they? Yeah.
I spent a long time since I played the OG one.
Yeah, because your
Still
arms
own
and legs were the dark purple or black, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And then its little suit that it wears is purple, like a bright purple.
It was literally kind of just a different skinned, large body, but like, what is it called here? Fat Bandit?
Yeah, I think so.
Or we could be completely off base.
Well, I was talking about the original one. I don't think they changed the bandit. No. I really don't know. Kind of tried to avoid this area as much as I could as a kid.
I got through it as fast as possible.
I'll be honest. I think I'd rather play the actual Aladdin video game.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
than play this.
Super Nintendo, though, not Genesis, because... I'm sorry, everybody, you're just wrong. The Super Nintendo one is more fun, because the platforming is a lot more challenging. The Genesis one is fun, so... That one's got a lot more of the, that one has actual fucking combat instead of just throwing food at people.
Yeah.
You get a sword.
Fire.
That's... Barbecue harvest.
I really
Guess
want.
what's for dinner?
I really want to get a Genesis again one of these days.
I wonder if the...
I want to get like all of the Sega products.
I wonder if the Genesis Mini is, any good.
I don't know. I've heard good and bad things about all the little miniature things that they send out. Like was it the first round of the NES ones or whatever? They like were really bad.
Oh, they...
quality was really bad.
I mean, the controllers were a bit of an issue because the cables were really short. No, overall it was pretty well received for the first drop. The only problem was the fact that the availability was complete ass.
Oh yeah, because they made like
Yeah,
they made about 100 of. They made about 100 per city.
I have no actual number or estimate.
I know.
It was a weird amount. Like they made way. I mean, well, that's kind of Nintendo's gimmick nowadays.
Yeah.
What is the phrase? Like forced scarcity or something like that.
Yeah, essentially.
So they can keep prices up. They make sure their stuff is rare or limited runs. Kind of like the fact that I hate the fact that I own a game that you can't buy anymore, and it came out only a couple years ago. Fucking Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yeah.
That is such bullshit. If Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury were limited time exclusives, that'd be fucking terrible. Like the port of 3D World onto the Switch. Like that would be fucking awful. Like imagine if Odyssey would have been timed exclusive.
God. Yeah. No, I don't think that would go over very well.
Yet again, another world that I was lost in for quite a fucking while. Just trying to figure out, because like, why would you think to go and like unlock that key? Like, what is telling you to do that? I mean, like, trial and error is literally like half of these worlds.
Well, I mean, it's you know, the whole what the fuck's it called again? Basically, the technical term for just padding out time. Yeah, just when half your game is padding out time because you really just don't want to put more into it, or you don't have the ability to. Well, I'd say back then more of a physical ability to add too much more, because I think these games were pretty big back in the day. I can about imagine they probably filled the DVD that was in there.
I mean, yeah, you gotta think so. I think I have to get that.
They filled up the floppy disk.
But yeah, like, in all reality, this game, it has a lot of great content. But man, it'd be a lot shorter if it was a little more polished. Like, I guess you could excuse them as like puzzles.
Yeah.
To an extent.
I mean, it is technically, yes. That is exactly what it is. It's a puzzle. But it's just still not a very good one.
Because, like, it's not a puzzle. It's not like, oh, use your brain, solve this. It's to wander around and guess what you need to do.
Yeah. I mean, even like right here, getting back to this, you know, you just eventually end up here to save, and that'd be about it.
Yeah.
And that's how you'd figure out that's where you need to go.
Which, I mean, if you look about it in hindsight, it's kind of poor game design.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll stand by that this game, it holds up really well, but like OG hardware and like just by today's standards, it does, I'd say, probably like falls around like a 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, yeah. I'm comfortable with it.
The original, I would say, would be a 7. But this one, I'd be at an 8 for it. Because the original was just kind of not very stuttery.
Yeah.
At least in my experience.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
It definitely needed the upgrades.
Not having proper camera control and having to scroll through the menus to try and use your like open and all that. It just had a lot of little tiny things. Like,
Back to your holes.
and to be honest, it wouldn't be that much of a problem because it'd be an old game, but we had the updated version.
Jasmine!
Like,
I'm so sorry.
if I'm being honest, there is no reason whatsoever to go and play it in original hardware.
Jasmine, please.
Unless you just want the original experience.
One wish
Which-
left.
I can't fault anybody for, honestly.
Sorry,
It's,
boy. I'm afraid your second
like I
wish
said
has been denied.
earlier, it's like I want to get all the Sega platforms again. It's just because,
Sorry, Al.
yeah, I could emulate and everything, but I do enjoy playing things on the original
I
hardware.
bid you all farewell. Attack!
I don't think he had the power of teleportation. This boss was a fucking nightmare as a kid.
Heal.
The centipede or whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny because as we're playing it and I'm like getting it on the record about like my whole experience as a child, I'm realizing I found like every one of the bosses in this game extremely difficult as a child.
I thought this one was really hard. Yeah, no, I thought this one was really hard too.
I mean, second half of the game, not so much. Like Captain Hook, I didn't have a problem with as a kid. Like Captain Hook, and everyone had a problem with Maleficent.
Yeah.
Second stage Ursula, I remember being a little tough. I remember not having a single bit of a problem with Number 4 Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. He actually got me. He actually touched me.
You actually touched my baps.
You little bastard.
You little bastard.
Oh, come on. I know you added it. Oh, where did it?
You're
Because
not-
that wasn't the cutscene. That was the overhead camera wave thing. I think it's the reason I remember Stealth Sneak and Trickmaster so much is because when I first played this game, I was straight up stuck on them more than it was like a hard boss that I've had a hard time beating. Because like I remember fighting, this one took me a while to beat, but it wasn't like a broken boss fight. Like I wasn't stuck here for a while.
It's just like all the spiders right now, just sitting there plinking you away like super quickly.
Yeah, I actually remember I didn't beat this game normally in my very first playthrough. I used my brother's Game Shark
Huh.
and gave myself like max level, max health like right away and everything. Cause I was bad, like I was bad at video games. I was just straight up bad. I don't think I beat it. I literally beat my first video game until I was in 4th grade. That and I also didn't have like proper console games until then too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, well, not like, I mean, I guess it was more games that I notably beat. Like
Mario?
Mario 64. None of the OG ones actually.
Really?
Like, eventually I beat them, but like I didn't. I got rid of my Super Nintendo and all that relatively young because I wanted to move on to a new generation. As a kid, I thought that I had the mindset of, well, it's an old game and I'm not going to play anymore. Might as well sell it. Which nowadays that thought is like actual. Like, I'd rather die. It's actual torture to think about getting rid of any of my games now.
Even the really bad ones.
I still own Greedfall.
Yeah.
Fire.
Ha! I shot him. Broke. Source packing heat.
Oh my god.
Heal.
Yeah.
The newest Keyblade. God.
God. Just a big ass rifle.
Sora, that whole ass unlocked.
I don't need the Keyblade anymore. I've got my gun.
I got the You have the power of friendship. Well, good thing I got the power of the Second Amendment.
I can't really remember what bosses I did and didn't have a hard time on in these games. But at least the older one.
It's kind of funny. When I was a kid, the Ansem fight was nowhere near as difficult for me as Trimbog.
Yeah.
I remember the final Ansem fight being long as a kid. Like, I think it took me like fucking 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking like all the stage. I'm talking like that last ship stage. I think it took me like 20 fucking minutes. I was confused. And again, like I said multiple times before, I was a dumb kid. I'm not faulting a lot of this game's structure and like my problems with it. The game's structure nowadays I'm critiquing from like me looking at it as an older game and its hardware. All the problems I had as a kid, no, I was just fucking dumb. It wasn't bad game design, I was just a moron. Like, it's common sense to try a lot of it seems like. It's trial and error gameplay, like as a kid I could fucking get it. I would just walk around aimlessly. Duh.
That's why you like playing the, on-rail shooter kind of thing. Or the,
That's why I played the fucking Tarzan world so many times. All I had to do was slide. Couldn't turn nothing. Jesus, take the wheel. Disney, take the wheel.
Walter, take the wheel.
He's driving us to a rally.
How apt for what's going on these days.
I don't know why, but that instantly made me think of the fucking John Lovitz skit in Rat Race where he accidentally drives to a fucking white power rally. They're not a white power rally. He goes to a museum. Oh, that's right. It's the Barbie Museum.
Oh my god.
And they go there for the daughter. It's a different kind of Barbie. And they wind up in, getting a lot of people a little uncomfortable with them because they knock over a bunch of motorcycles. Oh, and also, the family that John Lovitz is part of is very Jewish. And he shows up to a World War II veteran's service. He burns his tongue on a fucking... Because mind you, they're driving Hitler's car from the museum too. I forgot to mention that. He tries to use the fucking lighter, the old school lighter.
Yeah.
Burns himself, so burned his tongue. So he's talking a bit weird. He falls forward and messes up, getting a small little black smudge in the middle of his mustache. It's, oh god. If you haven't seen the movie Rat Race, it doesn't hold up. But there's some just, like, it's a D-tier fucking remake of the better version of a movie it is. It's a Mad World, which is a classic. Fucking great movie, but like Rat Race, it's a pales in comparison. I mean, it's got John Cleese as the leader of the whole group. I mean,
Mr. Bean.
you see Mr. Bean's in it. I mean, the cast is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Try and keep the rolling commentary.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe turn on the game again. Tony's using too many brain cells just talking.
Literally how it is, but like fucking the main cast is Cuba Gooding Jr., who at the time was fucking huge. Mr. Bean, Seth Green was in it. John Lovitz, which for us was huge on SNL in the early 2000s. Like, who else? I can't think of any of the other.
Yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh god.
Yeah, she was one of the main actresses, which... Tyler's not a fan.
I don't like Whoopi Goldberg.
I think that's probably from watching Sister Act a bit too much as a kid, huh?
I don't like her as a person. But yes, also because I watched too much Sister Act as a kid.
Whoopi Goldberg. There's a couple more big names. Can't remember them off the top of my head.
And it's been too long since I've watched that movie. I barely even remembered what you were talking about just a minute ago with the whole mustache man of Germany.
Oh, it's such a literally just a full like hour and a half comedy of errors, road trip shenanigans kind of movie. Like, if you have the chance to watch it for free and like you're completely out of it, like just kind of want a bullshit movie to throw on and laugh at, it holds up all right. It's got some killer like one-off jokes. I mean, there's a Cuba Gooding Jr. having to steal a bus to try and get to the money, and it's literally a fucking charter bus full of a bunch of Lucy, I Love Lucy cosplayers.
Oh god.
It's so bad. It's like Family Guy levels of like jokes, to be honest. Like, it is very lowbrow humor, right there with like old school 2000s Adam Sandler comedies.
Oh no.
But just I mean like the Water Boy and shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was better than I guess.
Not little Nicky and like I'm talking like anger management and Big Daddy levels. Like, you're gonna be mad you laughed at a few of the jokes, kind of thing. Like, it's like, oh, shit, that's so stupid. I can't believe I laughed at that. Like when Adam Sandler pulls a joke out of you, you didn't consent to laughing at this joke. It's like the one good funny one, like, or the second funny joke in Jack and Jill, because the first one is, of course, the Al Pacino.
Yeah.
But the other one where Granny just gets fucking whacked. That scene, I'll admit, was one of the few times, because I saw that shit in theaters.
Oh no. Yeah, I didn't watch it until well after it was out. Even as a kid, I was like, man, I have no interest.
Well, you see, what happened to me was me, D'Angelo, and oh god, that's right, it was Kirsten. We're all hanging out, and we were gonna go see Harold and Kumar Christmas. That had just came out. We went to the theater, we got dropped off, and then all of a sudden it's, oh shit. We forgot to have D'Angelo's dad let us into the R movie. We couldn't get tickets for it then. So, the only movie that we thought to watch was Jack and Jill.
Oh, what a great compromise.
It was bad.
Actually, I don't know which one's worse.
What, Harold and Kumar Christmas or Jack
Yeah.
and Jill? I mean, yeah. Those movies went downhill fast.
They did. I only actually liked the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, the second one's okay, but
Guantanamo Bay is not high art, and
No.
nowhere near has the levels of pure great stoner humor that White Castle had. Neil Patrick Harris playing himself as a badass is worth watching that movie alone. One of the best performances he has ever done. Like, no joke, he plays himself, like, hyped up to 11. It's like seeing Nick Cage in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. From what, like, it's Nick Cage just trying to be as Nick Cage as possible.
I mean, I think that, to be honest, nowadays, that's just Nick Cage being Nick Cage.
Yeah. I'm really glad
that's all movies he's doing right now.
I'm really glad that he's getting like recognition as a phenomenal actor because of just how hard he goes in every role, and now that he's getting like weird, goofy roles, like it seemed just made for him. No one else could have played the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic hunter in Willy's Wonderland.
God, I still want to see that movie so badly. It's like everything he's in lately, I've been obsessed with.
I mean, he was in a Academy-nominated movie called Pig. It's where he goes on a revenge rescue mission for a pig, for a truffle-sniffing pig. And it's got a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Man, Nick Cage's career is... it's a trip in and of itself. And the fact that he takes everything in such stride.
I know. You know, if I'm pretty sure that The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent was a 21st century or 20th Century Fox production, which means it's now owned by Disney. What I'm saying is I want a world where you go through the movie plot of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent just to have Nick Cage play himself in a full Kingdom Hearts world as a constant party member.
Can't get rid of him.
You can't remove them. Well, that's the best part about the party system now, my friend. In 3, they added the option you don't have to pick party members you want to kick out. They all join you.
Huh. Honestly, if they did that with some of these old ones, they'd be kind of broken.
Oh, they'd be absolutely broken. Being able to have Goofy and Donald, Goofy and Donald, they balance each other out. And usually, the third party member, like the optional one, they have a lot of stats, but then you're not leveling up your main trio well enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on that. I almost fucked that up twice. Thumbs started hurting like fucking crazy. But, being able to use all 3 would just be, fucking ridiculous, because, I think it's usually, just pure strength that the extra party members have.
Yeah. Not all of them, but I think it's a good portion of them that are more strength-based.
Come on, imagine.
I do wish that, well, I mean, the later games are a little bit better, but it's kind of enemy amount there is. I guess they do a good job of getting them. They're all, their own skins and different.
To be honest, large body is kind of the only option where they even get a quote unquote reskin, and even then, it's not really a reskin. It's pretty much a different character model.
But they all have their equivalents.
Oh yeah. I mean, these guys are technically the laziest, but
yeah.
I mean, just it's elements, it's colors. They didn't need to do more.
Yeah.
It's perfect as is.
Even though I just said that, I just kind of realized that's kind of a stupid take, because they did a fucking phenomenal job on the enemies.
Mm-hmm. For a PS2 game with this many enemies, it is a huge enemy variety.
I guess that's a current day gamer way of thinking. Even though most of the games I play, the enemies are not varied at all.
Yeah. Still just baffled at how little enemy variety there was in Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
I remember there be I can definitely, honestly, playing 2 is making me kind of realize why everyone was comparing it a tiny bit to Call of Duty for its yearly releases, and just kind of quote-unquote lack of efforts for a while there. Whereas I don't think they ever quit trying. The yearly releases definitely was a bit, out there.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good...
They did cut corners quite a bit.
Yeah, very much so. It's take 2 years to make a game, man. A 2-year game cycle ain't that bad. Could be like some other ones and wait 10 to 15.
Yeah. I remember the common argument is, well, games like Crash used to come out on a yearly, not even full year basis. Yeah, and those games were smaller than the picture you just took on your phone. Not to mention the fact that those were platformers. These are open world games that have hundreds of collectibles.
Most of these old games were made by a team of 5 people. A lot of major AAA titles these days are several hundred person job.
There was a worker dedicated to pretty much making sure that one pixel of 2B's ass in Nier Automata was extra shiny. That's how much graphics matter nowadays.
I mean, there was that poor animator who had to animate Mario's nipples.
Mario's nipples?
Yeah.
Yep. In Odyssey, because Mario has nipples. Get down! Whoa. How rude! They seem like an old, angry British lady. An English lady. Jesus. I upset the big hat bitties. Oh dear.
The big hat bitties.
I'm watching Chowder again. Holds up.
It's just makes me think of Oni Plays.
Does it now?
Something that they would say. No, you know, I don't know. All I can say is they make some stupid shit.
We make
And
some
big-headed bitties. Sounds like something they would have easily said.
Nah, that's from Chowder, man.
Huh. I don't know. I didn't remember that.
It's the episode where they, Gazpacho drums like fucking crazy.
Oh.
And, Mung does, squats to impress the ladies.
The ladies.
Fuck. Oh, that... It weirdly holds up. Like, you'd think that that kind of nonsense show wouldn't hold up that well. Because, like, I know there's only one reason I enjoyed watching Flapjack again after a few years. It's because I was fucking gone. It's the only reason I enjoyed those episodes. I know they do not hold up critically. That show is fucking out there. And I've been revisiting a lot of old shows lately. That show is just... Man.
I will say though, I really want to watch some more Adventure Time again.
Yes, I'm finally watching that full through as an adult, and good God, that show actually is phenomenal. Like, Tyler recommended we didn't watch a lot of the first season just because it doesn't really compare to like the later seasons, like grand sweeping story. And then we kind of just watched it while zonked and playing Sea of Thieves, and yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I don't know. I love that show, and I still enjoy it. I haven't really watched much of the newer stuff.
That's right, I need them.
But yeah, it's still pretty good shit.
Its vibes are unlike anything I have ever witnessed. That show's got a weird energy.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that was kind of just circa 2000s Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Like, that and regular show give me very much the same vibes. It's just Adventure Time is... Definitely feels like the start of that lol random humor on Cartoon Network that took over for a while. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it like outright is. Because like it is that lol random humor that is so terrible later on. It just has that very erratic and off the cuff vibe.
Yeah. It's not quite actual lol random, but yeah, it kind of does get into there every now and again. I mean, it's not as bad as the freaking Mad show. What was it, Cracked or whatever? The Mad TV show that they put
yeah,
on.
It was just Mad.
It was just Mad?
It was just
Okay.
Mad on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, the fact that they just decided to make that.
That was bad. I stopped watching Cartoon Network when I was a kid when they started doing nothing but live action shit for a while there.
God. I remember when I was a kid, it's like, man, there's no reason to watch Cartoon Network anymore. They don't have any goddamn cartoons.
Like, Destroy, Build, Destroy was the one that sealed the nail in the coffin for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't give a shit. I don't want to watch this. I want to watch fucking Dexter's Lab. What the fuck? Who approved this? Who signed off on this? You're dumb. You're stupid and you're dumb.
You're stupid, you're dumb, and you're stupid. I think it... God. I was listening to a video. They were talking about... What the hell was it exactly? They were talking about... Holy crap, I can't remember what the hell the whole video was about. But they talked about that for a minute. Yeah, I lost the thought entirely. I spent too much time trying to figure out what was it in reference to in my own brain that I completely lost the thread of what I was thinking about to begin with. Yeah.
I love what this Kingdom Hearts playthrough has become.
I don't know if I do.
What's wrong? It's fantastic.
Yeah, something.
Donk. Again, there were puppies down here. So should we bring the potty back?
I'm sorry about your soggy children, man.
Look, I don't know. Do you want a gift card? I got like a $20 gift card to Starbucks. Is that good? Will that help the grieving process? Want a puppuccino? You want an Al Pacino puppuccino?
Oh.
The Dunkachino.
Yeah,
The Dunkachino.
yeah, that's what it was. Fucking Dunkachino. See, you admit to liking fucking Jack and Jill, but you won't watch The Love Guru.
Oh no, I hate that movie with a passion. No, it just has two fucking hilarious moments. No, I stand by the Love Guru. I have turned around on the Cat in the Hat. I've turned around on the Cat in the Hat.
Okay,
Like
I'll give you that one at least.
It's tough for me.
you
That
gotta
one's
like
tough.
you gotta like
one's tough.
one of the other Mike Myers movies.
Because for all of you who aren't aware, I can't fucking stand Austin Powers. I am one of the few individuals who thinks that those movies are painful to sit through. I like Goldmember. I think that one's fucking gold. But I didn't actually mean for that pun. I'm just a little gone right now. But I can't fucking stand The Spy Who Shagged Me, which is arguably the most popular one.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree that Goldmember is definitely the best one. I think Spy Who Shagged Me, that's the first one, right?
The second one.
Second one? Okay.
That's the one with Fat Bastard. That's the one with all of the quotes.
Yeah.
Like the first one, it's okay.
Well, I kind of like that it was a little bit more on the nose what they were making fun
Yeah,
of.
it was literally just a fucking 80s spy thriller. Or like 60s inspired spy
It
thriller.
was making fun of 007.
Well, yeah, that more just like also the era of the
Yeah.
whole groovy hippie. I mean, literally one of the hardest parts of his character is that he doesn't understand the concept of a monogamous relationship.
That is part of his character. Oh Lord. Mike Myers, everybody.
But like, yeah, the Love Guru can't fucking stand it. But like, just holy crap, drives me up a fucking wall. It bothers me on a carnal level. And for really no actual like big reason. It's not the worst comedy ever. It's no Master of Disguise terrible. That movie I will not ever defend again. I thought I liked it for a minute there. I thought I did.
We liked it as kids.
Yeah, we
fucking loved that movie as kids.
I know better. I thought sharks were my friends. I know better now. What are we sitting at for time there, bud?
Oh, like 40-something minutes.
Oh, no, that's not a Kingdom Hearts episode. Oh, it's 420. Perfect.
Oh no, we're at 50 minutes.
We'll beat you far.
Alright.
We'll beat you far. We'll do a rare one world one episode.
Than I expected. Why not explain the situation to that boy Riku? Doing so may actually.
I mean, technically we landed here last episode, so it's not one world and one episode, but pretty
Wait a
close.
second.
Like I did
Are you
virtually
Maleficent?
nothing here.
Jafar!
So was that a projection, or was she actually there?
Not a chance. You see,
Because
she's
when she
a
disappears and
princess,
teleports in her boss
one of
fight,
7 who
she has the
somehow hold
flames.
The key to
Yeah.
opening the door.
This 7,
And they didn't establish the door much yet, or the fact that she could use
But you fools
the
won't live
darkness
to see what lies beyond
thing.
yeah. Not to mention the whole, like, they really changed their idea on the whole 7 Princesses of the Light. They kind of just brought it back in later, like in 3, I think, in just a bit.
The
But
one
like,
with the lamp
they
calls
got
for
the
shots. I don't have a choice.
what was it, like the 7 hopes now or something like that, and then the 13 despairs. The story has gone off the fucking chain.
Yeah. Just
3 is definitely out there. But you see, it's gone from being like, wow, this story is kind of a bit much, because it was never actually that bad. It's just there were so many games. Back to back, these games make plenty sense. Like, they're not that cryptic. Like, I would argue that 3 is where things do get as bad as all the detractors say. Like, it... Man. 3 is out there.
yeah. I don't know. I had a hard time trying to play that game for a few reasons. But yeah, I just really have not been able to get into 3 much.
I literally stand by. It's as good as 2, if not better in some areas. It's just a lot, because it is all of Tetsuya Nomura's build-up. He's set up in all of the games prior. I'm not worried about 4 because now we're moving directly on from a mainline entry. We're not throwing random shit in the middle this time, which was the biggest problem. Is there's so much disconnect between, like, the common misconception is like that all the portables were side games. Not at all. They are essential. They are essential listening here, people. If you skip the extra games, you will not understand what is happening for a good solid couple games. Like, because even with 1 to 2, technically 2 is the 3rd game.
Yeah.
Because if you do not play Chain of Memories, you will be confused as fuck about half the things going on. Like, it is an integral game. It's just a shame that it's a pain and a half to get through.
Seriously. I mean, all the portable ones were kind of meh.
Dream Drop Distance literally is the most digestible, because it had the benefit of just being unique, and like it pretty much Pokemon. Like you can't fuck with Pokemon. Monster collecting will always be fun in every game.
Exactly. But it is also, I don't know.
Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep is another one.
Like, that one actually just stands on its own. Like,
But I mean, a lot of people give all of them a lot of shit, but I think they all generally have their positives.
like literally, 365 over. I can't remember fucking. I think it's 356 over 2.
Yeah. Over like
Over 7 or over 2.
no, it's like over 1/2.
Over
or something.
pi. Over pi.
Kevin, remind us in the comments.
I'm sure this episode has been pure agony.
Quick, get out of the way.
Yeah, probably.
Homer, no, don't punch me, Homer. Homer, I'm 14. You can get away with it with Bart, but CPS is knocking on the door, man. You're playing a dangerous fucking game here.
Heal.
I'm really sorry about
You can't blame it all on the Duff, Homer. Wake up. This is an intervention. You think you're a genie, and there's a kid running around with a key. Homer, wake up. Kingdom Hearts is all a fever dream. It's Super Mario 2 all over again. It was all Homer's dream.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be a fucking twist of fate?
A twist of something, I don't know.
You got the twist of black tar heroin right there.
With a hint of black tar heroin. Fuck your hint of lime.
I like how we whole ass just like beat him up to the point where he has to turn into a genie here. In the good old movie, he was just tricked into it. Whereas us, now we gotta beat him senseless within an inch of his life. If he wouldn't turn into a genie, he'd just be fucking dead.
Well, that's the end of Jafar.
My final
Sora is just standing over a mutilated corpse, terrified and traumatized, as Goofy and Donald do a fucking classic JRPG victory dance.
And for some god-awful reason, Tarzan made it there and he's eating his face.
Sora's traumatized, Donald and Goofy are desensitized. Aladdin's looting the corpse.
I gotta get my genie.
Nah, he's just looking for coins to feed his crippling gambling addiction.
He's not poor. He was actually, he really was.
He was
Prince
a prince.
Abubi.
He was Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa. But gambling took everything. His star rewards card wasn't fucking worth it.
Yeah, you get free drinks and a hotel room every now and again. You
Too
spend.
bad you lost. How's the crippling divorce and depression? You
Too bad.
freshly alcoholic.
Too bad Martha told you she wouldn't let you see the kids anymore.
You're not supposed to win medals at AA. It's not a competition.
Oh, that's terrible.
How the fuck did we get here? Aladdin's a drunk gambling addict.
Yeah. Yep, that's our canon now, I guess. Once again with the deep lore.
Don't worry, we can somehow bring it back to Dianetics. Hold on, I can pull this off. Alright, wait, that's right! Aladdin's character model. He was based off of Tom Cruise. We got there, ladies and gentlemen. We somehow got back to Scientology.
Wrong video.
Ron Howard would be... Not Ron Howard. Oh, Ron Hubbard. Ron Howard, that fucking good old Andy Griffith. I'm just fucking killing Tyler here.
The level of stupidity.
Today I know you're smarter than a 5th grader. No. Jeff Fox really just sacked me and I said no.
Jeff Fox really just smacked me in the face with a stop sign, yelling, "Here's your sign."
It's not even your joke. It's not even your joke.
I am the blue collar comedy. Except
No
for
one-
Ron White, because no one loves Ron White.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about someone wild you check up on nowadays? How Ron White's fucking doing. Dude looks like a goddamn shaman.
Really?
Long white hair, long ass beard. He's sober.
Oh, well, yeah. I think he's still talking about one wanting to live a little longer. I think he's got, like, granddaughters or something.
Yeah, pretty much. He did it for his granddaughters. And the fascinating part about his sobriety, I think overall, is how his philosophy on it. And he says, I think every single man gets a certain amount of alcohol they're allowed to drink in a lifetime. An allotted amount. And I think I've drank mine. Some people burn right through it. And some people just gradually go with it throughout their life. And I think I hit my cap. And I really like that analogy for it.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly tasteful for a guy who talked about mountain and deer.
Yeah. Y'all do. Everybody does crazy things when they're kids.
You know, it's funny to me how everyone's comedians can't be comedians anymore. Comedy is dead and all those detractors and whatnot. You ever notice how the blue-collar comedy guys, the first guys you'd expect to get controversial or anything, are all living well-functioning, like, very accepting lives?
Yeah.
Like,
You can't really. I mean, yeah, they get their little. Everybody gets their little scandals once in a while because they're famous and everyone's got to have something terrible about them. But, you know.
Bill Engvall's sin is that he had to be in a fucking bait shop with Billy Ray Cyrus.
But these guys, they don't really have much. They don't really have that much bad on them.
Well, like well-respected individuals in most of their platforms to this day.
Well, except for one.
Well,
Dan the unfunny man.
Dan the funny man? Oh, Larry?
Yeah, Larry the game guy.
I mean, yeah, he...
Even that's a stolen joke, but still, just the fact that, you know, he uses a bit of stolen jokes every now and again.
Okay, Jafar.
But even
Back
then,
to
you
your
can't
lab.
really...
Again,
he's not Amy Schumer.
so sad to see her in a great show recently.
Oh,
Almost killed my desire to watch it, to be honest.
yeah, I actually kind of wanted to tell you to turn it off. I was not interested the second I saw that woman. I dislike that woman on a visceral level.
It's like his hate list is this French people, and then above that it's Amy Schumer,
Above that is Amy Schumer.
and then above that it's Quebec. Never seen a man who hates Quebec more than this man right here.
The fact that you say it like the French.
Well, if I say it, I mean, I could call it Quebec. Crazy Quay.
Crazy. I still...
You've seen Volcano.
Now you will get the French. As she runs away.
I was trying to teach every classmate cry. Because we made her so angry. Battler! Oh,
She screamed that in middle of class too. It was
because that was her level she was on.
first. You've seen... What was it?
You've seen Volcano.
Yeah, you've seen Volcano. Now you get Battle Axe.
She thought she was so intimidating. Holy crap, you've never seen a crackhead that angry. She had the look of an extra of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless fucking Mind. She looked like a buck-tooth extra fucking cast member of Train Spotting.
Oh, that's a good one. I agree entirely.
In all reality, I feel so bad for that woman.
Oh God,
Because
yeah.
she had to have some form of mental illness. Like, I like genuinely nowadays, I feel horrible for the way my class treated her. I regret that entirely. We probably drove that woman to insanity. I guarantee you if she wasn't on the way to a divorce, she at least moved 10 steps closer. 10 steps or she's in 12 steps right now. One of the fucking two. God, we had a fucking cavalcade of insanity that was our fucking high school.
Do you remember the art teacher?
Oh god.
The fat one?
The fat one. No.
Before we moved to the new school?
Yeah, the one with glasses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a nutcase.
Yeah. She was like certifiably insane. Then when they fired her, she was apparently like bullying a lot of the girls.
Wait, hold up. They told Aladdin about the fact that they were just about to leave and go look for Jasmine. World Order guy. Man. They really only care about that in like Atlantica and
Yeah.
like nowhere else.
Pretty much. Yeah, I know. It's really weird.
If we take another word, we will be meddling. Mud wrestling. No, Goofy. No. You don't get to watch Muscle Man and Mordecai mud wrestle.
But to finish my
Yeah,
thought
it's
there,
certifiably insane.
when she quit, when she got fired, she hid in the back room and pissed in the closet like 6 or 7 times right before she left. And she apparently had left like some really bad notes.
Yeah, I remember that because it pretty much it was the only room to outright be condemned in the old school. Yeah, a lot of the kids in my grade wanted.
Anywhere you want. You're your own master. But
We had
if you
some
can,
messed up art
it'd be
teachers.
great if
The
you could
last
go
one we
along
had
with
was
them
the only
help
good
Sora
one.
find Jasper.
Yeah.
Okay, what was her fucking name?
Oh Lord,
Sorry, Al.
I feel bad
I'm
because
done taking orders from others.
I had like 5 art classes my senior year,
A
I was
favor?
essentially
Now, that's
her
entirely
TA.
different. I guess I could give
and
that
I
a
can't
try.
remember her name.
After all, we're pals,
Mrs.
right, Al?
Beck
Daniels.
Daniel, yeah.
Just
Nah,
leave
Mrs.
it
Becker
to
was
me.
fucking awesome. She was
Yeah.
a science teacher. Look at us turning this into an impromptu super metal joystick podcast right here.
Seriously.
Look, we there's nothing we can say about Agrabah. That was the best you could get us to focus on Agrabah.
Seriously.
I mean, I speed ran that shit like
Smarmy
fucking
Vizier could have
crazy.
had him. If someone had stuck around to give him a hand.
If only somebody
Hey, I
stuck
did my
around to
part.
give me a
I brought the
hand.
princess, didn't I?
Jafar
I mean,
was
Maleficent
beyond
could have hung around and
consumed by
helped
his
out.
own hatred. One should beware of letting it burn too fiercely.
Like, you want him to fall to darkness, but you don't want him to fall to darkness.
Whoa,
Maleficent, you're
no.
one confusing
I'm as
bitch.
cool as they come, okay? By the way, kid.
How much cool of
Have
a
we got
cucumber as
something
you can
special
think
for
of?
you?
Huh?
Christian loves me.
We had a deal, yes? You help us, and we grant you your wish.
I just realized that little summoning circle underneath
Hurry,
Kyrie looks
go
like
to
the
her.
12 Sages
Your vessel is
area
waiting.
in Ocarina of Time.
It's just the save icon.
Just remember, this is no pleasure.
Fun fact, the voice actor for Captain Hook, I'm pretty sure is, I
Why are you doing all this?
think it's James Arnold Taylor.
What's the catch?
AKA the voice of, like,
What's the
Johnny
catch?
Test, Titus, Obi-Wan
Sid.
Kenobi, Ratchet.
You're like a son to me.
Yeah,
I only
I
want
could see
you
it,
to
I
be
suppose.
happy.
I'm gonna make sure.
I seriously doubt that.
Believe what you wish. But lest we forget,
It's a
I
little
kept
bit.
my
I mean, I
end
could
of the
see it,
bargain.
but it's also a little bit out of his range.
Or no, well, actually, completely different person. Corey Burton. Ironically, he also he plays Count Dooku in the show. In the 3D animated one, Corey Burton. He sounds really familiar. Yeah, he another pretty famous actor. Like, he's in a lot. He gets some like great examples here.
We're at an hour, Tony.
I just want
Damn it.
so people know who I'm talking about. Yeah, fuck it. He plays Captain Hook, and he's pretty prominent. Yeah, Count Dooku. 3 wishes. Hey, I probably won't use it.
Now that you say he played Count Dooku, though, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, because the original actor for good old Captain Hook was quite dead by now.
Oh, long since.
Because that Peter Pan movie, you remember it from your childhood, at least for our generation? Guys, that didn't release when we were young. It was released in 1956. It's an old ass movie. We got the Diamond Collection, and no, it's worth nothing like your Beanie Babies.
Well, some of them Beanie Babies, them was a couple pennies.
A couple pennies. You're not making your money back on it. But thank you everybody for watching. We definitely got a little off track by the end there.
Yeah. I mean, I will say one thing about that, though. Beanie Babies. Pop Vinyls are just the same thing now.
Oh yeah, like everyone.
Or Trolls.
Trolls wound up actually garnering a tiny bit of value, like the original run,
Yeah, like the old
like
ones.
because they were really unique. Because they started.
I mean, a bunch of the original Beanie Babies, if you
Yeah.
try to get those, like a couple $1,000.
yeah, but those were driven up by the insane collectors. Like
Yeah.
the only reason Trolls kind of got it is because they were really unique and weird toys. Mm-hmm. And like from an era, like believe it or not, kind of before ours. Like those were more of an 80s toy than a 90s toy. They were
Oh,
just
yeah.
on their way out in the 90s. And so they kind of just stuck around hanging in the air around the 2000s.
And they gave them all clothes, and now they have a TV show.
Mm-hmm. They got a new movie coming out.
Another
A
one?
third one.
It would be a fourth. Because I thought the Rock one was the third one.
No, that was the second one.
I'm unsure.
You don't know
on
you don't know your DreamWorks lore, man.
I'm unsure.
Oh, although
on this.
fun fact, everybody. I need to confirm it, but I saw apparently Kung Fu Panda 4 has been announced. We're getting a fourth one. Jablinski's returning as the legendary Poe.
Wow.
But yeah, we better end this episode before we go on another tangent.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a
And-
wonderful time.
If you enjoyed this, stay tuned for our other show, Cause and Effect, every Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday of the month. Bye. Terms of service may not apply.
No refunds.